When the Dragon Ball manga was originally published on animation from it originally aired throughout Japan, the relationship of Bulma and Yamcha was considered to be the relationship because it was the first one depicted in the series. Both of them got along well together, and the pair seemed to be happy together as well. However, in early Dragon Ball Z, it's vaguely mentioned in passing that the iconic pair had separated, but the speculative scenario is this: what exactly happened with Bulma and Yamcha's relationship in early Dragon Ball Z? Despite the both of them having faults, they became the couple in Dragon Ball for a good amount of the series until Goku began a relationship with Chi-Chi much later on in the story. Yamcha originally had a massive fear of women, though he was considered handsome by women. Bulma originally had poor judgment of men, though she meant well with her intentions. The both of them acknowledged the negatives of the other and loved each other for the positives they shared. Though from dialogue mentioned in the series and actions shown by Bulma, she would have probably cheated on Yamcha rather easily if she were given enough reason to, which sort of set up the irony of what happened later to the relationship in early Dragon Ball Z canon. Despite the pair ending Dragon Ball with a meaningful yet flawed relationship, the pair separated soon in Dragon Ball Z. Original dialogue had it that the both of them separated and nothing more was necessarily mentioned of the pair being together or why they had broken up. Original fan assumptions had it that the both of them naturally grew apart and eventually just separated, but remained good friends. Subsequent explanations had it that Yamcha was unfaithful to Bulma and that she was the one who ended the relationship. Either the relationship just ending or Yamcha being unfaithful were vastly out of character for the both of them. But this reason was only mentioned in passing, and the official canon is rarely referred to, due to the original vague details never necessarily being fully clarified for any reader or viewer of Dragon Ball Z media to fully understand. Despite the circumstances of the conclusion to their relationship, Bulma later became involved with Vegeta, and Trunks was a result of this, as he mentioned to Goku when they first met that it was a moment of passion, as the pair were involved but remained separate, basically being together only because of Trunks. The feelings of Bulma and Vegeta remained neutral or even slightly hostile for the remainder of the original Dragon Ball Z series. An interesting fact is that dialogue had it that Bulma might have even considered Goku for a relationship, firstly during the World Martial Arts Tournament, and secondly on Namek, as it was hinted at she considered Vegeta for a casual encounter. Connecting these statements with what Trunks had said, naturally something of the sort had occurred. Despite the circumstances of the conclusion to their relationship, it was mentioned in passing that Yamcha was never quite the same, as everyone had lost a little bit of respect for Yamcha. Dialogue from Krillin had it that most women didn't even want to associate with him, and according to official Dragon Ball Z canon, Yamcha did not have a girlfriend in a substantial amount of years after the breakup with Bulma. Dialogue from Master Roshi had it that Yamcha wasn't able to fully concentrate when training, so he was the only student of Master Roshi's to not technically increase in strength or skill, while everyone else had. Yamcha himself mentioned that everything could be traced back to the time when he separated from Bulma. From information now known, it was never confirmed as to why Yamcha's life became such a literal disaster after his time with Bulma. Popular opinion had it that it was a combination of Akira Toriyama forgetting to write Yamcha into later Dragon Ball manga installments, and readers of the manga having a slightly negative opinion of Yamcha due to the perceived yet unclear details that he was unfaithful to Bulma. It finally wasn't even until events in Dragon Ball Super that Yamcha even had anything similar to a relationship. By that time, decades had occurred since the breakup with Bulma.